6. We got the 2A boys and some great topics to talk about. We've been trying to collaborate and get you guys on the show for quite a while. Like every time let's get something done.
Like we're all at the same events.
For sure.
But schedules
never
crazy
matched up,
and schedules never get together.
Yeah, well, like this, we literally impromptu last night. Like, all right, let's get it.
Yeah,
get it down. So, and sometimes that's the best way for it to happen.
Fast.
Very true. Very true. So, glad to have you on. And so, how did this all start? How did you guys become so famous?
So it started about, it was the beginning was like 5 years ago.
Okay.
It was my 13th birthday actually. I got a block of 12 weeks of training, and about 3 weeks into that, we got Britt into that. And then
I want to do what Big Brother's doing.
12 weeks turned into about 5 years.
Nice.
So about halfway through that, I think it was like 2 years into it, we started a Facebook page. I really didn't think much of it. Our instructor said, hey, you should put this online. People are going to like it. And that turned into we did a lot on Facebook. And we started an Instagram page, and that's what we did.
So what platforms are you on?
We're on anything, pretty much all socials. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all.
And you found our website.
Yeah, I pulled that up.
That's the old version. There's a new version coming.
Good. New domain name or new
version? Same domain.
Good.
Yeah. Just
that's
updated pictures. E2aboys.com.
E2aboys.com.
Yeah.
Awesome. So how old were you guys when you started? And then obviously you didn't start yet, but how old were you when you started?
I've been training my whole life, but like hardcore training, I started when I was 13.
13. And how old were you at that time? All right. And then and it's been, you said 5 years? Wow. Time flies, doesn't it? And what are your what guns do you like the best? What are you best at shooting?
I mostly pistol actually, I'd say. Because my pistol I shoot the most is Jacob Gray.
What's it?
Jacob Gray.
Okay. Very cool. Nice. Hey, without the supporters and the sponsors, it makes it harder to travel the country and spread the good word, right?
It does.
And that does help. You're homeschooled, right? That's good.
They've never set foot in the government school.
So we've homeschooled. Our oldest is 33. She started in high school.
Okay.
Our middle daughter, our son, he started in middle school, and then our middle daughter started kindergarten. She went for a little bit, and we're like, yeah. And then our 10-year-old we homeschooled her the whole way. So.
Well, their mom, sitting right there, she was pulled out of government school halfway through kindergarten.
Wow.
That was back in the mid-'80s.
Really? And homeschooling in the 80s was not really common. Because we were doing it in the 90s, and that was kind of like, you're what? Are they going to be socialized? And you get that a lot, right? I mean, how socialized are you guys? Look at these guys, like young men. Stuff like the homeschool realm kind of reminds me of like the Amish. You ever go to an Amish and you meet Amish kids? They're like well-versed. They'll talk to you. They're not afraid to, they're not timid and stuff like that. Capable, yeah. I mean, it's and like you alluded to earlier before we went on air, it's teaching them to be good men, morals, values, be capable, be able to do things. You guys have any farm animals or anything like that?
Yeah.
Chickens. How many?
57.
50. Nice. Yeah, we had 60, and we just hatched 10 out of the incubator last week, so now we're at 7.
Yeah, we were at like 20, and then my mom got an incubator.
Nice. Yeah. It's a good homeschool project, right? Teach them to raise them. Yeah. What about goats? You got to get goats. We just had goats. Goats. We got 2 pregnant goats in November, and they just had babies, so we got 7 goats. I built the goat shed. September to November, I built the goat shed, waiting for them to be ready to pick up. There you go. Yeah. Bees, too. Honeybees. There's 16 beehives.
Yeah, we've got friends with bees.
Yeah. See, those of you out there think homeschooling, they're not socialized. I mean, like, it's the ADHD brain that I got. I just like, all right, what are we going to do next? Let's. My wife wants horses, though. Goats were the compromise.
Paige grew up in the horse world.
Okay. Oh, yeah, we talked about that last night, yeah.
She's big into horses. She went for a reigning title and ended up third.
Really?
2001.
And she hasn't, like, mandated goat check? I mean, horse check?
No, they just do their
They're a lot of
They're
work.
a lot of work.
And there's not as much. Well, and that's like my wife doesn't travel as much now because I'm traveling. Somebody's got to be home to take care of the chickens and the goats and all the other house pets.
So that's what the girls are doing. We've got girls on either end, 8 and 18. So
they're home.
they're at the homestead. Yeah, they're at the homestead.
And they shoot too, right?
Yeah, they do.
They got their own brand, the 2A girls.
Yes.
Look at that. And then you got to have a higher kill brand, the 2A family.
It's
Look at his eyes, like, yeah, that's a great idea. Hey, just give me credit. Say, Matt Mallory from Meat Compressors, he came up with that. So I skipped over you, and I don't want to be rude. I want to come back. What are your favorite guns? What do you like to shoot? PCC is nice. You know, my most favorite PCC that I built, full auto, 9mm. Yeah, 5-inch barrel. You can shoot it at our fun gun shoot, PS and Ed, coming up on July 3rd. Check it out.
That'll be good.
Yeah, in New York, which is like, in New York, man. Wow. They got my SOT, so
there you go.
Let the civilians shoot stuff they can't own.
So one of the sponsors on the jerseys, Fat Cape Plastics,
Okay.
he's SOT out of Asheville area.
Okay, North Carolina.
Yeah, Carolina, and he's got all the movie guns and all the boards. So a lot of the machine guns you see them running on our content.
You can do that in Florida.
Yeah, we did that in Florida.
Nice. I mean, in New York, being a cop, I can have that stuff, but I don't have anything on my badge. All my stuff's on my SOT, my FFL, just to make it cleaner.
Yes.
Right, so I don't have to get approval from agencies and stuff. We just do it all in my FFL legally that way.
Yeah.
Cool. So ARs, pistols. What's your most favorite AR? You said PCC. You got a caliber. You got a brand. Okay. Nice. Very cool.
Yeah, Jacob Gray hands.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, we're not getting paid to say that.
Whoa. You heard it here. I think that company needs to help these guys out. Well, they do.
They do.
Awesome. Awesome. Very cool. Who else you got as sponsors? What other brands?
We've got Real Street Tactical.
Okay. All tactical gear. So, and something I'm noticing with this too, they're smaller companies, right? Which is good because that's what it's like. My mindset is in New York, teaching classes in New York. I always try to find companies that are in New York, that are in the gun industry, and try to partner with them because we're in New York, right? Like whether it's a big company or a small company, most of the big companies have moved out of New York. So it's the small companies that are thinking about either closing up shop or moving out of New York because of the anti-gun policy. So I always try to partner with them. We got a bunch of them that are sponsors, Otis and Secure It, out of New York that sponsor us. And
We know Jared from Otis.
Yeah, we had him on yesterday. Okay. And then Bill Cleftis, who's retiring, he's a student of mine. He's actually taking class from me fast. So good people. Heather, the marketing manager. Okay. They're all good.
Yeah. Great people. They sent many care packages to the house.
Very true.
We have no excuse for having 30 guns.
There you go. I do an AR build class about 3 to 4 times a year where I have people come in. I teach them how to build an AR, and in that they get an Otis gun cleaning event. So Otis is sponsored by Build Your Own 2A Bear, BEAR. It's not about hunting.
That's right.
Right? It's about self-defense. That's right. Yes, against 4-legged animals, but usually the 2-legged animals are the more scary.
Most of the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, those 4-legged ones, they want to get away from it.
Yeah. The benefit of homeschooling and being able to travel, I mean, you're literally learning as you're out, learning life. This is school. Yeah, absolutely. It's freaking awesome.
It is. SHOT Show is school for James.
Yeah. It's life experience.
They won't let Grant the SHOT Show, even though he has reason to be there more than a lot of.
How old's he got to be? What do they say? A little bit longer.
Yeah, I was 2 weeks away last year.
Okay.
And then, so I was just outside the floor walking around Vegas.
You're window shopping. You're going.
Yeah, just looking.
Yeah.
I know that guy.
Yeah. So I got into this here.
Backpack. I had an idea back in the day because a lot of my students, and I teach all over the country, predominantly in New York, but I had an idea that I was going to create a backpack and call it Top on Your Back. And then people just rent me out and carry me around. I'd be like a baby.
Yeah, he's
But-
little.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. That's what came to mind. I just shoved him in the backpack, carry him in.
And he's
I could identify. Whoa, I love it. I love it. Yeah, we talk woke here too. Yeah, woke ain't no joke, but it's a joke.
and he's probably more capable than a lot of cops that you can carry.
Yep, cops, law enforcement, military. You know, being former Army and being a current police officer. You know, I mean, I'm not the best, but I try to get better at what I do. And some people just qualify once a year because that's all they got to do. And I'm like, I want to do a little bit more than that.
Yeah, you want to go home.
I want to go home to my family, absolutely.
A lot of these
Same
guys-
amount of holes they started the day with.
That's right. A lot of the guys, he's trained right alongside of him now.
Good for you. Good for you.
They look at it, and then the instructor looks at their target and says,
Yeah. Oh. I taught a class. I'm not going to name drop them because I don't want to oust them like that. But I did a armed guards class a month ago or so, and I had a Navy guy, retired Navy, and he's on the line. And he's holding the gun like a little bit of a cup and saucer. And I was like, hey, why don't you try this? I'm giving him some pointers. He goes, I've been shooting a long time. I don't like to be told how to shoot. Ooh. And I'm the instructor, and I'm like, all right, fair enough. I go, and I just, me, my smart ass, I go, so you get 250 every time, right? 250 out of 100%. Yeah. And he goes, well, I'm not saying all that. And I was like, oh, so then we both have room to improve because I'm not perfect either. Yeah. And then he shot the worst out of everybody in the class. He passed, but he didn't shoot. And then at the very end of the day, we do. I always have my law enforcement, security guard, and sometimes my civilian class. We do a 50-yard shot, iron sights, and I started out right. Ding! That's how it's done, boys and girls. If there's there, and then he's shooting the dirt in front of the target. So at the end of the day, I go, can I try your gun? Yeah. Ding! Gun works great. Pat him on the back. He's. Right? Sometimes you got to humble people, and I always, and I'm sure you guys are like this. Any class I take from somebody, I'm going in fresh mind, right? I mean, there's stuff I don't know that OGs can teach me. Right? Be humble like that. And I always like to say, I don't care how Billy Badass you think I am, I can be me. We can all be me, right? Be nice to everybody. Have a plan to defend yourself to every piece of crap that comes at you, but be nice to everybody and trust but verify. Yep. And have a plan A, B, C, and D. Because when you think may work, man, no. Like Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. Hey, Gabby.
Yeah, that's absolutely 100% on that. Cool. Just be nice. Because being nice might help you avoid that fight.
Absolutely.
Because when you fight, even when you win, it hurts.
Well, and then a good example of that is knife fights, right? Yeah. You guys do any knife training?
I've done a little bit.
Okay. I'm going to bring Pablo in from Canada and bring him down to do some training, offensive, defensive knife training. And then also Craig Douglas, I'm working on scheduling this ECQC. Okay. Both of those are really good.
They've done some work. Have you heard of WAFT, where our families train?
Yeah, I've been there. I've taught there.
Okay. Yeah. So we're only about a half hour from there. We go and help out as role players.
That's awesome. That's good too. Having young, smaller, right? They're more susceptible. Bad guy's going to attack somebody who's smaller than them.
Yes, he's been a trafficking victim. He's James.
Philip, what are you doing, Philip? Good job, Philip.
James has taken out several people in the backseat of the van.
Right? Have you worked with Yates at all?
Yeah.
Yates is a student of mine. I certified him as a pepper spray instructor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. We know a bunch of the guys down there. Ben.
Yeah.
Ben's a great guy. So just amazing. He confuses me every time.
That's what bad guys will do.
Yeah.
Well, you got to confuse him back.
Going through Ben's classes, though, his knife work classes.
Yeah.
What he does. Step 3 on
it. Can get confusing for sure. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, what's next on the horizon? What do you guys got going on? Where are you going from here? Any competitions, classes?
We're shooting a local match on TV next month.
Okay.
I think there's a major.
Yeah, and they've got South Florida sectional, and I think it's October, North Florida sectional.
Which is nice there at that time.
Yeah. Yes. October can be kind of warm still, but yeah. it's not July or August, right?
You guys don't have TV goals.
Goals.
You doing goals? Okay, good. And then I guess after goals is we're back to probably SHOT Show. Yeah, there's not much in the fall usually.
I wonder if I made a
I don't think so. I haven't seen any update on that. But yeah, it's just we get out, we spread the word, and we get in front of people, and that's how we've grown to where we are.
That's it. Yeah, be nice to everybody and be prepared to let the Kraken out. Right? You like that? Yeah, I coined that. Don't steal that.
Okay.
All right. Good. Anyway, the 2A boys, check them out. And give them your support. So, how do they find out again?
The 2A boys on all socials: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all of them.
And that is a great way to market. Same, so you ain't got to forget, mess up stuff.
That's right.
Cool. All right, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you. Yep. There you go. Look at that. Thank you. Stay safe, everybody. Make sure you check out the giveaway, meetthepressers.com/giveaways to get some free swag from some of our sponsors and collaborators. Stay safe.